Wait, there's a new Shrek?
Yeah,
Hey, everybody. And welcome
2019.
to...
Austin
Hold on.
Powers, screenwriter, working on sequel.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to our brand new installment of Shrek News Report for Wednesday.
My first and last episode.
October 19th,
Shut up,
2016. It's all ogre.
Would Donald be Puss in Boots?
Donald, I would be... Donald.
You don't want to give me a sword, that's all I'm going to say.
I feel like... who's the shortest one here? Would it be me or Zach? Whichever one of us is shortest would be Farquaad.
I'm 5'8".
It's okay, me too. We can both be Farquaad.
Which one is that?
You're each a leg.
Neal, Neal and Donald, you can both be Shrek.
Okay, I'm fine with this.
Okay.
All right, let's
Wednesday, October 19th, 2016, Nintendo World Report at Night / Nintendo News Report. News broke just a little while ago. We got to talk about some stuff. The big stuff today. We're talking about the
preview of tomorrow's preview.
Yeah.
This is our Nintendo News Report NX preview. Wait, what's the terminology?
This show's only going to be 3 minutes long.
Yep, this is
going to be the first
halfway
glimpse.
done.
This is the first glimpse of Nintendo News Report this week.
Okay. Here's what we're doing
on Wednesday.
Wait,
October
Neal,
19th.
does that mean we have to announce the real name of the show now?
Shut the fuck up, guys. I got to tell you all who you all are, and then I got to tell you what we're talking about, and then only then we can talk about our favorite Shrek memes.
I'm Jerry. What's the deal with the NX?
My name's Alex Kalafi. This is Nintendo World Report at Night. You just heard Zachary Miller. Hi, Zach.
Hi.
Donald Terrio. Hi, Donald Terrio.
Oh, this day has...
Hi, Neal Ronahan.
Hey.
Okay, we're talking about the NX today. This show's already off to a great start. We're talking about the NX, then we're talking about the Pokemon demo. Neal's played some Nintendo games, and I have a PlayStation VR. That will be our show for this week. First off, let's talk about the NX.
VR, good lord.
So
this week has been weird.
Yeah, Neal, tell me how the week's been weird as someone who's been directly in the fucking thick of it.
Yeah. So I've been in the shit, as the kids say. Earlier this week, I caught wind of some industry murmurings about like, oh, maybe the NX is going to get announced this week. And I, talked to some people, and it seemed very likely that, the NX was going to be announced like this week or next week. And that was like Monday or Tuesday. By like the end of like Tuesday night, I was like, maybe this won't happen? I don't know.
Maybe we've heard this before.
I kind of assumed that like we would get like a day or two. Because from what I knew about this before it actually got unveiled was that it was going to be a Nintendo Direct like presentation. There wasn't going to be a live event or anything. And like most Nintendo Directs, usually we get like a day or two, not 13 hours like we did in this case. But yeah, then a couple hours before that broke, I'll give credit where credit's due because Emily Rogers was the biggest backer of the like, F you guys, we're getting news on Thursday. She just basically like came out guns blazing and was just like, I know I've been a little wavering on this, but no, for real. And then sure enough, we're getting news tomorrow on the NX. It's only going to be a 3-minute first glimpse, but nonetheless, at about 10:03 Eastern time tomorrow morning, we will know the name of the NX and some other sordid details.
Wait a second. Maybe. We might know the name of the NX.
The word is...
there are some things that I like, for example, like price might be hinted at.
Oh.
I don't think we're getting a release date. I think they might just be like, it's coming out in March. We'll have something later that will give more details. I don't know if we're going to get a date for that follow-up event, but yes. I feel very confident that we are going to hear a name. I think we're going to, at a minimum, see a Zelda trailer, maybe catch a glimpse of the 3D Mario game that I would assume is going to be a late 2017 release. And maybe some other mentions of other games that are being worked on. I don't
Metroid
like maybe
Prime 4.
I don't think that's going to be announced.
Me neither.
But yeah, like I mean, that's set your expectations tomorrow for just like very high level. Like this is the system, this is the idea, this is the name.
Do we see the box?
No, we see the system.
They haven't printed boxes yet,
like,
Donald.
like the box.
Like the hardware.
Oh, yeah. I think we see that. I think we we might see
if we don't, they
side-
learn nothing.
What if we get like a component, like they showed off the Wii remote
or the gamepad.
Yeah.
So I think like where we like said almost what the news is, but we didn't exactly say what the news is. Okay, so Nintendo finally sent out a tweet like several hours ago, like 4 hours ago, that said tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, we will have a 3-minute preview trailer, that's said in caps. It's very specifically a preview trailer for the NX. You got Mario peering behind a door, which could be suggestive, but I don't necessarily think it is. And
it's him looking at you in the shower.
No, it's like people were like, "Oh, are we going to see a Mario game?" Like we might, but it's nothing to do with Mario being.
Mario's kind of their mascot. He shows up and stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance that because people were saying there's going to be news this week and next week, I think there's a chance that the only date we see is learn more October 20-something.
But the next week thing is just talking to investors, right? Investors saying,
no, I think it could be something literally the day before investors is what we might see.
Yeah, like and this is like I do have some like actual like sources and backup stuff and everything. This part right here is pure speculation. Like I think we're gonna have something tomorrow, and then they will set it up to have something potentially next week or shortly after.
Right.
So this is the first step. This isn't the whole kit and caboodle.
Remember last year about this time they had a Nintendo Direct, and at the end of it they said we're going to have a Smash Brothers Direct. So this is basically that part of the Direct. And
except for they don't have anything else to show, so it's just the 3 minutes teasing.
Yeah. So what becomes the cloud of this thing? In other words.
Yeah, I think we see the console. I think we see the name. I think we see Zelda footage, not a Zelda trailer, but Zelda footage, and
probably to highlight the console's features,
right? And which I think that's the bad game to do it for, unless they're showing off that it's the handheld.
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine playing Breath of the Wild, like still graphically impressive, can do everything with it, and you could just bring it with you.
Yeah,
like,
I would enjoy that greatly
if they present that in the right way. That's fantastic.
That's your system selling idea right there.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Because the thing is, I mean, they've tried to sell that before with the Vita and the PS3, and I believe Sony ended up getting sued over that. So they need to make sure that it is rock solid and works as it is shown, or there's going to be hell to pay. And it's probably going to sink the system too, in all honesty.
Kane asks, "What about the Animal Crossing Direct? Are we getting Animal Crossing NX? Now the NX will be shown off before.
The Animal Crossing Direct is dated in Japan. I think it's like November 2nd.
Right, ours will be like the same day, probably.
Yeah, or maybe like the weekend. I don't know, but like that is a separate beast from this. I would assume.
Yeah,
because that's probably where they talk about the mobile game too.
Yeah.
And but hey, this frees them up that if they have an Animal Crossing for the NX coming out relatively close to launch, they can drop that information there.
When are we getting that update? When is New Leaf becoming New Leaf 2?
Like in a couple weeks, I think?
Yeah.
It's after.
I think either right after the Direct or like December. I forget.
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
But NX.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit about Animal Crossing right now?
No, the reason I asked that is because why would they update New Leaf so quickly before, I guess, the mobile game might connect to it or something? Who knows?
Keep in mind that when now I guess there wouldn't have been that much time, but they could have had the plans for New Leaf before they knew that they were going to push Animal Crossing to next year, the mobile game.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing would be the perfect secondary NX launch title to Zelda, but it won't happen.
I also you got to break out the big guns for this, and this is I think part of the reason why we've seen NX reveal delays and everything is because after the debacle that was the Wii U reveal,
and the Wii U.
Yeah, well, I mean, not even going to the failure of the system itself, but the failure of the reveal. As someone who I don't know for what reason rewatched the E3 2011 and 2012 press conferences a couple months ago, that 2011, anything about the Wii U and both of those press conferences is painful. Like
The 2012 one, which I was there for,
like,
was a nightmare.
The reveal, even the reveal in 2011, is confusing. It doesn't really seem to be like you don't know what's different about it. It's like very. Is it a new system? Like
exactly. It wasn't
legitimately
even clear if it wasn't an add-on or not. In 2011.
The name was revealed in the middle of a sentence. Do you remember that? It was like Reggie basically.
That's one of the things that I'll have to credit that. I think that the build up to the name reveal was actually okay.
Really?
But that might have been the only thing that was mildly okay about any of that. But I lost my thought. I think I had an animal might have fallen, but I think they're okay. Okay. Yeah. So the E3 2011 reveal for Wii U was absolutely terrible, and I think that part of the reason why the NX has been delayed in its reveal is because they need to make sure that this 3-minute video that comes out tomorrow is immaculate.
Yeah.
Because if they don't stick the landing here, they're going to be playing from behind right away. They need to come out and they need to be like, this is what we got. Here's some cool games about it. This is exactly what this thing is.
Yeah.
There's no secrets. Like I don't even think they can pull off like what PS4 did, where they didn't show the box. Like they have to show the box. They need to show you what the system is, what it will do, why you want it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
The point of this trailer, I think, to a lesser extent, even though we were talking about this earlier today over chat, and you told me that there was 100% no chance that Nintendo made any decisions related to the NX to the hype cycle that has surrounded the NX. And I do agree with you after thinking about it. However, I do think one of the points of this trailer isn't to satisfy hype. It's just to build more hype to the real reveal that's happening next week.
Oh, God.
But it's also
but
to make people stop speculating.
It's just enough answers to make it so people aren't upset, but like to basically
not enough answers to tune them out the next direct.
Like as someone who's reporting on the NX and all the rumors and everything, like I'm very bothered by it. I think if I were Nintendo, like maybe you want to like take it down a couple notches, but the fact that people are talking about their stuff so much is good. Sure. Like they don't want to get all of the answers out in one video because they want people to have more stuff to digest and to talk about and to share on social media and to post on Facebook about.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then they get, once they start trending, then that's when they're in business.
One of my gauges for how important a piece of news is in the game world, because we're so deep in the shit, we have no idea what people in the outside world actually think of this. So one of my gauges is going on Facebook, and I have like 3 or 4 friends who play Pokemon still as like an adult, but they're not necessarily big video game fans. And they're just normal guys who are going to college and just like a little Pokemon now and again. When their Facebook is talking about it, I know that it's made a little bit of it's made a little bit of headway, and I've seen a couple of them talking about it a little bit, which means the NX stuff, it's not necessarily reaching Pokemon Go traction, but it's it's not the Wii U where no one gives a shit but us.
Most people that are like outside of the realm of like the video game nonsense that we work in on a day-to-day basis, when I'm like, yeah, Nintendo's got a new system coming out next year, they're like, what?
Yeah.
like I have to like explain, like, yeah, they revealed the mobile games, they had to announce this, it's coming out in 6 months. You have no idea what it is, neither do I.
Now so I'm trying to remember here, did we think there would be price tomorrow, or is that going to be a next video?
No.
They're not going to tell you how much it is now.
If they can lock down the price and the price is good, you roll with the price.
If the price is good, if it's like $2.99 and like and they can demonstrate like more than $2.99 in value, then it's good. If it's not $2.99, you don't show it yet, and you make more of a case first, I think.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, last night my roommate actually spotted an ad on Facebook that said there'd be something Friday, and that thing would be $2.99.
I think that must have been one of the rumor news stories he saw on Facebook.
Yeah,
I'm guessing like that sounds like something like VG247 or something wrote, And then, yeah.
Actually, thinking about it more, I don't think price will happen because I know, like, I mean, for example, I'll use this as an example of how price can be variable. Like, I think I remember hearing something when the PS4 and the Xbox One were revealed at that E3 that Sony wasn't 100% locked into what price they were going to do, and then once Microsoft announced $599 for the Xbox One, they're like, "All right, we're doing $499."
Yeah, just like
it was
$499 and $499, I think, right?
Just like when Sony went after Sega.
Yeah, so I actually think that Nintendo going out with price right now, they might want to kind of gauge the interest and then do the price from there. Because, I mean, that's also the debacle of how we wound up with a $250 3DS, is that the response to that was so overwhelmingly positive that Nintendo was like, oh, everybody will buy this. And that did not work.
I think $299 is the magic price for this. $350 won't impress anyone, and I think like people might go, Nintendo's supposed to have the cheaper system regardless of I think $299 is the magic number. Specifically saying that as someone who just dropped $400 on a PlayStation VR. I think in 2016, $299 is going to look really good.
I don't think so.
You think it's because the consoles are getting discounted right now?
PS4 is $299, and Xbox One is $299. I think. Actually, no. I think you could probably get an Xbox One for cheaper than $299.
I don't think it's $299, is it? Isn't it like for the new PlayStation Slim? Isn't that $400 or it's like $350, right?
No, the Slim is $300. The Pro's going to come in at $400.
Damn. Okay, maybe it needs to be $250.
It needs to be $250.
Okay, $250, $299 acceptable.
As somebody who's going to end up paying,
acceptable.
If they can,
I'm going to end up paying. Yeah. I'm going to end up paying $350 for this thing anyway because of where I live. But I think if it's hell no,
you see what happens? It can't be that different from where you are.
No, but in all seriousness, if it's $299, they need a packing game that needs to be the equivalent of a $60 game.
Yeah, like I mean, if it's like if it's like $299 and it comes with Zelda, like yeah, that's fine.
I think it needs
the new Mario. That'd be cool too.
I don't think the new Mario is going to be at launch.
No, I don't either.
I think what you need is one big launch game that isn't Zelda, and you need Zelda to be the pack-in game, not Nintendo Land or Wii Sports.
NX Sports.
I think that's the way to do it in 2016 if you're trying to reach the complete audience again. Or, better yet, NX do the Zelda game and then include a free download, or not download, but like pre-install on every single console. That's basically like what the Playroom is on PS4. Just something that's like 10% smaller than Wii Sports, but is just a good primer to what the system can do.
I'm seeing Buzz in the chat saying that like, oh, I'd pay $400.
Don't say that, chat people.
You're the kind of people that would watch four dudes who I know I'm in my underwear. Dudes potentially.
What's good?
four dudes in their underwear.
My penis didn't show.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, I was joking about doing this show without pants on Saturday.
I do not mean this disparagingly, but you're the kind of person that would watch four dudes in their underwear talk about video games at 11:30 at night. Of course you would pay $400 for a Nintendo system. I would too.
Yeah.
But as far as a mass market appeal, like if this thing's $400, it already lost.
It's dead on arrival at $400.
Like, oh, by the way, it's like also you get hand jobs every day. Like that's.
Now that's a Nintendo revolution.
They include the newest version of
it does
Raw.
the Wii motion.
All he does is that.
But like really, like if this thing's not, I think $299, like it's got to come with a game and it needs to be awesome.
Could be called a hand rob.
But like I think if this is like $350 or $400, like it already lost.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
$299 doesn't sound like a Fisher Price console, man. That's how much a PS4 costs.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Brody says if it's a $300 console with crap battery life, it's dead on arrival as well. Well, we know that it's going to be a home console. Like it's Nintendo's next home console. I think the rumor is that it's just going.
It says
to be
on their It says on their
hybrid.
website that it's going to be a home console of some kind.
Right, like it's going to be a hybrid to some extent, is what the rumor is. The very prevalent rumors, but it is their next home console. Yes.
I don't know how verbose I've been about some of the stuff that I've heard. That I mean, a lot of this runs kind of parallel with a lot of the rumors out there. But from what I gather and what from the people that I deem to, I think are right about this and have proven to me that they have been right in the past. I think that we are going to get a little bit of that hybrid thing, but probably not in like a way that it's like two separate things. Like it's going to be all in one.
Yes, of course.
Like the thing that I heard is that like, I mean, you're going to have almost like you're going to have the handheld version of a game and the home console version of the game. You'll be able to take the handheld version of the game with you, almost in a way that like that say the handheld version is kind of like a regular PS4. And the home console version is like a PS4 Pro. So like they will be the same game. One will look graphically more impressive. Not saying it will be 4K.
Two different cartridges
like,
in each box.
Yeah, I mean that's not how PS4 and PS4 Pro is going to work.
That's true. That's true.
Like I think it'll be there will be like a handheld mode for games. And there will be a home console mode for games. Yeah. So like you'll be able to play Zelda on the go. Like maybe it doesn't look as pretty. Like. But in theory, you would be able to take that game with you.
Okay, well, we might know some of this stuff tomorrow, so let's shelf this
I
for
will
now.
be able to look back fondly on what I just said and be like, man, those people I talked to were full of shit. Or I'll be like, oh, no, they were right.
Yeah.
What do we think?
Yeah, there might be a third-rate minion just asked, so no dock. I think there's a dock.
It's got to be a dock.
Like I think, I mean, a Chromecast is kind of what I expect. Where it's like the dock is like a dongle that you plug into your TV and then the tablet connects to it or something like that. That's more pure speculation than anything that's as informed.
My question for you guys is, how powerful do you think the handheld is going to be, and how much more powerful do you think it's going to be when it goes into the dock? I know, like, you're saying PS4 to PS4 Pro, but I also know you're not saying the handheld is going to be as powerful as a PS4.
I'll be clear on what I expect. I think that the home console will be akin to a PS4, and I think the handheld might be like Vita quality.
Vita, yeah,
that's kind of what that's more of what I expect. Like I don't think that this isn't going to be like Xbox Scorpio. Like it's not going to be on that level. Like one, that ain't going to be a cheap system, and two, that goes against pretty much everything that Nintendo's done for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
I was thinking a little bit better than a Vita, if only because mobile technology has gotten really advanced in the last 4.5 years. Almost 5 now, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's just about... Oh, we got King Nintendo fanboy. Justin. Can Nintendo do anything to get typical third-party support? Or is it just going to be Wii U all over again? I think it's going to be better than Wii U.
No.
It will be better. I'm not saying it's going to be good. I'm saying it will be better than Wii U, which is setting a very low bar.
Ubisoft games at launch and then nothing after that.
I don't think Nintendo can get away with that again.
I mean, Ubisoft will be there at launch because that's what Ubisoft does. Their estimates on launches, they're smart.
I think Japan. We might get more from Japanese third parties like your Squares, Koei Tecmos, Capcoms, etc. If only because they'd like to be able to develop for a second domestic console, and the Xbox One is not doing that.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that the NX is easy enough to port for. Like I know someone in the chat mentioned Final Fantasy 15. There was that rumor of that coming to NX. Like that might still happen. Like who knows? I think that Square Enix will. I mean, we know that Square Enix is bringing Dragon Quest XI to the NX. I think it'd be not necessarily a safe assumption, but like it's not a stretch to think that they will bring other Square Enix games to the NX.
Right.
Maybe not their Eidos arm going full bore onto the NX, but I think that the Square Enix side of things.
Maybe we'll get a version of Tomb Raider 2.
That'd be weird. It's like every holiday there's a new version of Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider is Nintendo's new Arkham City.
Someone else mentioned I think it was what is it, Laura K. Buzz or Laura Kate Dale, who was another person reporting on some NX rumors. She's the person who's been beating the drum for the Beyond Good and Evil 2 NX exclusivity, which I mean I haven't heard anything personally about that. Like it could happen, like that might make sense. But I think that there was something that she mentioned about after this reveal that then companies will be able to announce games for the NX.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think that's going to be the case. So we might have, our 3 minutes of power, like the best 180 seconds of your week, month, or year. And after that, I think we will get a slow trickle of news from other companies being like, and we're bringing this to the NX. Like the floodgates for that should in theory open up tomorrow.
Here's what will happen. Nintendo will, or not Nintendo, but I forget who does it. Maybe Xseed. Whoever does the NEP games will say all the NEP games are coming to NX.
That's your darkest. That's your darkest timeline right there. The only third-party content the NX gets is Hyperdimension fucking Neptunia.
You want to hit the broadest audience possible. Get all the NEP games.
Broad.
Yeah, see?
Red Dead 2 on NX, like
Nope.
No. Like, that'd be cool, but no. If it happens, damn, that'd be awesome. But
Rockstar hasn't put a game on a Nintendo console since what, the first Clinton administration?
But then I'll have a better reason to go on my quest to get the band Murder by Death.
What about the handheld version of Grand Theft Auto, Chinatown Wars?
That was a good game on DS.
That was a fantastic game.
I've heard that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
One more question I just want to ask, and then I just want to move on from this because it's already been 30 minutes, and we have some stuff to talk about.
We got 30 minutes out of 3.
Yeah. Sean McCord asks, the last question, rumors on a new IP, what would it be? I want a horror game. Someone said it's going to be weird.
I saw there was a NeoGAF thread that was just like, Emily Rogers said an NX game is going to be weird. Like, all right.
It's like a new Nintendo IP, probably.
Guys, I got some bad news for you. It's probably Miitopia.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But that was a 3DS game. Also, why would that be bad news? Miitopia, like...
What is Miitopia? Cool. I don't want to talk about Miitopia. They talked about Miitopia for like an hour on RFN. Listen, whatever my version of Larrabee Lock is, Nep.
Yeah.
The Nep Lock.
Okay.
For the love of God, please be wrong.
Send the review copies to Donald.
Okay.
Nope, I will delete them.
Okay. I'm gonna take control here. You know what? What do you guys think the name's gonna be?
Oh,
Duo. Someone said Duo. It ended up being a fake, but I also think Nintendo Duo is the best name someone has come up with for the NX so far.
Richard O'Shea is nodding vigorously right now.
I'm going to say the NX. I think they're going to keep the name cachet that they've built up over a year and a half of stupidity.
I'll tell you this. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I just figured they want to go one up from W, and that was the easiest way I could think of.
Nintendo Walkabout.
Yeah. The Nintendo Waka.
Waka Flocka. I actually I think it was JJ Epperson from 8.4 has been saying the Nintendo Go.
I like that.
I think that works. I think
that could be cool. Good, yeah.
Nintendo Go. Yeah, it has to be something weird and short.
Yeah.
And then okay.
Oh, Nintendo. That's a good scenario.
Stop. No.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about some other stuff. Originally, we were gonna say, Neal, let's talk about Pokemon after we talk about the other stuff, but I actually think we should talk about Pokemon now, and then you can run through everything else.
We talk about how boring the demo was?
You know what? I want to talk about Mario Party Star Rush. Damn it.
Oh, Christ.
You can talk about that now. I don't care.
We have a review of that game on the website, by the way.
Isn't it good? I heard it's good.
When I played of it was pretty fun, in local multiplayer. Like, it might do some smart things. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go to Pokemon.
Okay, cool. So the demo finally came out on the 18th. It is a very curiously designed demo. The Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire demo that came out 2 years ago was interesting in that it was just like a it was like a story scene, like 3 or 4 battles. You unlock a Mega Evolution Pokemon, and that's the end of the demo. My time track was like 23 minutes off my one playthrough. In Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, there's a shit ton of story beats. There's several battles, and then there's also this open world you can visit after you beat the demo, where you get a riding Pokemon. You didn't know you get a riding Pokemon.
You
get
Sun
various
and Moon,
events. Right? Sun and Moon. That's what I meant. Sorry about that. You get a riding Pokemon. I'm not going to spoil too much of it, but like there's more shit that happens after, and then there are events that you can come back to once, like for like 5 different times. Like if you come back in 1 day, or 5 days, or 18 days, or 25 days. There's a different event that I think you can only get without resetting the clock. And then it's what confirmation we have is that there won't be gyms. It is really going to be the island trials. We finally know that definitively after that preview. And then we also know that the only 3D will be in the Pokemon Snap minigame, and that there will be no 3D in the rest of the game whatsoever. Now that we've said all that, I thought the demo looks good. I thought it plays good. I actually, like, the story beats did feel like there were a few too many, so I know why you're saying it's boring, Zach, and I understand and respect what you're saying. I thought the trials were good, though. My only main criticism of the entire demo is that there's a load literally anything you do in that game. Yep. Something has to load. If you open up a gate, there's a 3-second load. If you start a trainer battle, there's a load that's like a half a second too long. You can't just have, like, there's no open route in the demo. You have to have someone escort you to the next route, which I thought was, like, kind of weird.
Every time your buddy comes up to you and says anything, he does this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's
that's
anime.
That's his only animation.
That's anime. Did you remember
I don't care. Give him more to do.
Every single person in the anime looks like they're about to get head.
From your character's mom.
All right, that's enough of that, Zach. Mm-hmm. But the load times are the thing that bothered me.
What is the difference between Ash Greninja and just a Mega Evolution?
Oh, okay. So the Mega Evolution
Greninja can use items.
You have to activate Mega Evolution. Greninja just happens if you battle for a few turns, I think.
Yeah, and you knock something out, it kicks in.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's not like once per battle necessarily. I think it's just an alternate form.
Oh.
But did the loading or anything else bother any of you guys in the demo?
Yeah, there was a lot of like downtime in that demo. Mm-hmm. I haven't gone back. Like I know there's all that side stuff. I basically just like did a run through to the end. And I know that there's like things to explore. If you go back after a certain amount of days, there's more stuff to do. Like I'm gonna mess around with that a little more. In the
picture taking thing was dumb.
Yeah,
it tells you exactly where to go.
It wasn't a good showcase of it. I bet there are better showcases, but that was a bad showcase.
I didn't. Yeah, the load times didn't bother me. I mean, I figured this game's going to be big enough anyway, and we're
is everybody playing on?
New 3DS.
I'm playing on a new 3DS XL.
Okay. I was going to say, I think on old 3DSs, this is going to run like garbage.
Yeah.
We got a Hyrule Warriors situation on our hands.
I think the game looks great, though, for as much loading as there is. I don't
like that you can't move the camera. I can't see ahead of me in the field.
Yeah. And it's like too top down.
Yeah.
They finally made a Pokemon game that looks like a 3D JRPG, so a lot of that stuff I am willing to forgive, but also those are valid criticisms.
Yeah. No, I mean I think it's the prettiest looking Pokemon game.
Does it look the same as Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire?
No,
I can't tell much of a difference.
The art style is similar. It's a similar bright-looking game, and this is also the same director as that game, if that matters. Like, it's a new director. Omori, I think his name is, and then like this is his second game. The trainer proportions and the scale of the world is way bigger than Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. That's what I will say.
Okay.
The only other 2 things I will say about this is one, They did reveal Alolan Doug Trio through this demo. I think it looks great. I think it's
a Doug Trio with blonde hair.
It's going to be huge.
So, based on the Pokemon traditions, then we now have another ground dragon type because the only things that have hair that fabulous are dragons.
And then the other thing I will say, this is a warning to everyone. The entire Pokedex is leaked. Pictures of every Pokemon is leaked.
Yeah.
I'd just be careful. Watch it out there.
There was an amusing moment. So I got to
no one on the show will spoil anything for you. That is something I will say. That is
yes.
no. Okay.
No, I've managed to avoid remembering any specifics about the leak stuff, but it was so. All right, so the demo came out on Tuesday. I had a Nintendo appointment checking out their fall releases, which I'll talk about more of a little bit. Got to play a little Pokemon, talking to a PR rep about Pokemon, being like, and we've revealed like the starter's second evolutions, and we'll talk more about the other evolutions later. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, dude, go online. All there. Like, I was like, do I break it to him? Has he just been in demos all day and he doesn't know?
I mean, that stuff did come out that stuff came out overnight on Monday, but they've also leaked the TM list as well.
6/14. Donald, is that a list of TMs you're interested in?
That's the list of ones that haven't changed at all.
Okay.
Anyway, I got to play the beginning of Pokemon Sun and Moon, which was it's the beginning of a Pokemon game, but it's like weird because like you're on this dope island, and I was just like, what is this? You go across a bridge, the bridge breaks, and then like you have to wander around, and then you get to pick your Pokemon, your starter Pokemon. And the fun thing about that is that like when you pick them, like one, it's not like they're just chilling in a ball, like they're out and about. And when you pick one, then it just has this weird dialogue where it's just that like Litten stares at you curiously. And then, like, your in-game character picks up Litten and, like, holds them. And then it's just, like, really, like, nice and adorable. And I like that element of the game. They're trying to, make the Pokemon a little more active than they have been in the past.
Did I disappear and reappear?
Yeah, there's 5 people, and you are 2 of them now.
What the hell?
You are 40% of our live stream.
One of your streams froze, Zach.
Cool.
This is brilliant.
I'm cautiously optimistic about this game at this point.
Yeah, I'm really excited. But I guess just to finish off I played like the first trainer battle and that was it. There were a lot of other games to play as well, and Pokemon's the kind of game that like you would have need to like sat me down for like 3 hours for me to actually dig more into that game. But I want to play more real bad. Very excited for that game.
The only thing I'll say that I've heard, and this doesn't spoil anything. This isn't comment on anything, but based on what I've heard, just about the overall scale and picture and everything of the game, it sounds like what we're getting is a slightly more realized X and Y. Like that's the vibe I'm getting for what this game is. Based on, I haven't heard any specifics on the leak. I don't know how many Pokemon there are. I don't know anything. And please, in the chat, do not reveal any of this stuff. But the only thing I'll say is that overall, what I've heard about the picture of the game is that it sounds like it's not dissimilar to X and Y in scale based on everything we know so far.
Yeah.
That's all I know. I'm optimistic. I bet it's going to be better than X and Y. The second time.
I do like the whole Poke Ride thing is completely replacing HMs.
Yeah, as it should.
Apparently, I think HMs are still going to be in the game, but like you don't like. So like if you really want like your Pidgeot to fly you places, you can, but you don't have to. You can just get the Poke Rides for them, and then you're fine.
Yeah, that is something that has been data mined. The presence or lack thereof of the HMs.
Okay, all right. So the HMs are out entirely, or
let's just say that some of the TMs have changed to include old HM moves.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, it was like
I've been wanting them to
it
kill
was that
HMs
moment
for
where I was
years.
just to the PR rep. I was just like, so HM slaves no more, and they were just like, yep.
Nice.
I was watching a video from Game Explain today that was like 10 things they learned, and that's where I heard the gym thing. But the vibe I'm also getting is that Ohmori is actually a breath of fresh air that the series needed, that like they haven't had in a long time. Because just hearing the way he talks about stuff, he's like, I want to make it. He's saying like, I want to make it so that every single Pokemon, there's no Pokemon that feels like they're newer than other Pokemon. Every Pokemon exists at the same time. It seems like his big themes with this game is that he wants to make it so that Pokemon feel more like animals that like coexist in a world rather than focusing on anything. And he wants to reimagine what it means to be a Pokemon game, almost on like a smaller scale of what Aonuma's trying to do with Zelda. Like that's the quote I heard when it came to like removing gyms. Is he's like, in a game like this, where Hawaii is all about nature, and it's about the great force of nature, and how gym battles are really about man versus man, or human versus human, I think he was saying. Like, he thought that the trials were a better way to integrate a single-player campaign into a Pokemon game that's based on Hawaii. Like, it seems like, regardless of whether the changes are good or not, he's trying really hard, and I respect the shit out of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken 20 years, but this looks like it's the first like big change up in the Pokemon mainline series. Like it actually seems like it's not a joke. They're not pulling our legs. Like they made substantial changes to the structure of the game. Right. And I hope it's not in a mirage. I hope this is actually true and it feels like more different.
Okay. Excellent. I think that's all we can say, though, unless you had something else, Zach?
Yeah, no.
Me? No.
Cool.
I was just going to say I don't want to push the show along, but I got to poop.
Okay, yeah, this will be 15 more minutes. Zach, Neal, talk about the other things you can talk about.
Okay, so Mario Party Star Rush, it's already out in Europe and everything, but I got to play some of it with Jared and Justin from the site, as well as a Nintendo rep, and the local multiplayer in that looks like it's going to be pretty fun. I think we're getting a review copy in soon, and I'll be gathering whatever locals. Alex and Tony, if you guys are watching, let's talk after the show. When I get Mario Party in, then we'll have to find a time that we can hang out and play download play. But I actually think that this might be a cool party game, like a fun PAX East game, if you will. But we'll see more about that. I got to play Super Mario Maker on 3DS. We have on this here YouTube channel, Jared Rosenberg, who went to the appointment with me. He has like a video talking about his thoughts on it, and I think Jared put it really well when we were playing it. Like we all, like the three of us, all started playing Super Mario Maker on 3DS, and like after playing a level or two, Jared put the system down and was just that like, when I came in here, I had no interest in getting this on 3DS, and after playing the demo, like even with the limitations, I want this right now. It looks gorgeous on the 3DS. It really does. It doesn't look stretched, doesn't look washed out or anything. Like Mario Maker looks great on the system. I got to mess around with making a level on the 3DS, and like that's really nice. Like, because as opposed to like looking up, like everything's kind of in one place, as opposed to kind of going from the gamepad to the TV and stuff like that.
Right.
It is a bummer about how limited the sharing is and everything, but aside from those limitations, like this seems like it's a pretty solid rendition of Mario Maker in portable form.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anything else you play?
The NES Classic Edition, which I want right now. The thing's adorable. The controller's adorable. The one thing that I'll knock again. Well, no, I'll celebrate it first. The CRT mode with the scan lines looks so cool. Pixel Perfect mode looks gorgeous. I was kind of like, after like scrolling through it and seeing all the games, like that game selection is impressive as hell. Mm-hmm. The one thing that I'll complain about is that, so you have the save states, and when you have to, I mean, it is asinine that like you need to like get up and like press the reset button on the little system itself to even get to this menu. But when you go there, then like it's not that intuitive of like how to save or like reload a save. And I actually, when I was doing it, like they were like walking me through the functionality, and I totally like restarted the game and lost my save.
Oh.
And I think that's something that like I could chalk that up a little bit to like, it was a little bit of a time crunch of the demo and stuff. Like I wasn't like, it's not like I was like chilling on the couch or anything, but I think that it might be something that you'll learn after a while, maybe after you lose a save, but like it wasn't as intuitive as I think I would have hoped, because like, yeah, I had to like kind of, and then further when I was testing it, like that save stuff, I had to kind of like really focus and think about like, all right, no, I don't want to press start. I want to press A here. And then like, oh no, I have to move it down first. And like, that's really my only issue with what I got to play of the NES Classic.
I just wonder why they did it that way. That's just so strange.
It is like,
because they've got it pretty perfect on the 3DS already.
Yeah, I think it's because they give you 4 slots this time.
4? I thought it was just 3.
I think it's 4. I think it's 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's also different people working on the NES Classic than worked on Virtual Console emulation.
Right.
Okay. But I mean, I'm really excited for that little thing. Like it's got some weird quirks. It's like that and Mario Maker on 3DS seemed like weirdly similar, and that like there are these really awesome things that are in a form that you haven't really had before. But then like there's these things where it's just like really like the cable's that short on the controller, like
right.
But yeah, that's what I got to see at the Nintendo.
I'm sure there'll be some third-party controller that has a longer cord.
Or I think the best option is probably just get a long HDMI cable. They did not comment on how long the HDMI cable that is going to come with it will be. But it might like if you're gonna play the crap out of the NES Classic, just invest in a long ass HDMI cable, and then you can just have the thing right in front of you.
Yeah.
I wish I could pre-order the darn thing, but you still can't get it anywhere.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds like just about everything. I just want to talk very quickly about something interesting I bought this past week.
My brother bought it too.
It's okay.
Headache in a box.
I would like to say I have a great story with the reason why I obtained it, but the reason why I bought the PlayStation VR is that I got caught up in the fact that a new shiny thing came out and I had enough money to afford it at the moment, and then I had some games to trade in. It's like, Neal, you know exactly.
You want to connect, man.
Yeah,
Ooh.
It's better this than a Connect, I guess.
Yeah, I think Alex
I
got a better deal there.
I did get a Connect for like $60 even before trading shit in, so it wasn't that bad, but still.
But like with trading everything in, and then I found like $100 in Amex gift cards that I hadn't used. It came out. I spent $215 out of pocket with the camera, which was fine. Res Infinite is fucking sick. The original Res is a nearly perfect game in a lot of ways, and I was very impressed by the VR basically putting you into a cyberspace. There haven't been tracking issues. The VR has worked very good for me. Res is sick. I also got a code for Sports Bar VR, but I haven't tried that yet because my Move controllers are still coming in. I played the Danganronpa class trial VR demo, and that game is frightening because what it does is it's a 10-minute demo. It's kind of like a Phoenix Wright adventure game type thing for the Vita that's coming out on PS4. What it does is it puts you in the trial setting, and then you actually get to see parts of a trial that was in the original game, and then you get to see like all these characters from the original Danganronpa like existing next to you, which is sick. But then you actually get caught and you're made guilty. And then they, in first person, you get executed as the guilty party in a trial, and that is kind of frightening. Like actually, like seeing, like I won't spoil it, but like it's fucking scary.
Is it like a guillotine?
It's something. It's not unlike that, but it's not exactly that. I won't be too specific in case anyone wants to get it. It's PS Plus only in Japan. But if anyone watching this has a PSVR, make yourself a Japanese account. Tyler Treese, who's been on the site before, made a video for one of his other websites on how to make a PSN account in Japan in 60 seconds. Do that. Try to upload a game save for PS4, and then they'll give you 3 days of PS Plus free. That's how I did it. What would you say, Donald?
I was going to say, because I from other descriptions from a friend of the site, Seren, it's actually recreating an execution that is in the original Danganronpa game.
Yeah. Yes.
And that is more of and I think the one that they used was more of a roller coaster.
This wasn't necessarily. It's kind of a roller coaster. You are being carted along, but it's more like you get to see Monokuma like driving a bulldozer around you, and you think he's about to hit you, but he doesn't. And then you end up being. You remember that scene in Toy Story 3 where all the toys are brought along that conveyor belt,
and you start crying.
It's like that scene, except you're the toys.
Oh.
And like it's that the Resident Evil 7 demo I played was kind of scary. Some of the games don't look great. And then I'm very impressed by VR, but there aren't a ton of games, and the games are a little expensive. Harmonix Music VR is pretty sick, and I don't know. I'm one of those people who admits that VR isn't there yet, but is also excited by the technology. Also, Brutal is an amazing game. If anyone has Steam, look into it. And that's everything I have to say about video games this week. It sounds like that's our show, though, right? Yeah? Zach's got to take a shit. We'll end this immediately. Patreon.com/NWR. That's the stuff. Patreon.com/NWR. You can get stuff early. You can support the site. You can keep good shows like this one alive. And we like your support. We love your support. We love you, anyone who supports the site. But if you love the site too, why not consider donating? At Enron10, NRON, the number 10. At Donald Mick, DONALDMICK. At Zachary Miller, ZMiller19021902. At Calafia, at CULAFIA. I'm going to be around tomorrow night. Donald will be around tomorrow night. Some version, Neal, are you going to be around tomorrow night?
There's a Packer game on, but like if we schedule it around halftime, I could probably do it.
There you go.
Okay, we'll figure we'll do something tomorrow night. Zach's got to poop. Yeah. Donald,
Neal's going to be totally.
Donald, let's talk about this.
Yeah, no, we can end the show.
Bye. Okay, bye.